Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm participating in a DIY challenge. It's the Unusual Christmas Trees DIY Open Playlist, hosted by Tammy over at Happiness Created, Jackie at Crafting in Mimi's World, Amanda at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and Fabi at Arrows DIY. DIY number 1, Pinecone Christmas Tree. So I had this bottle and I decided I wanted to glue pinecone pieces to it. So first I put it on a wood base, and I got this idea from one of my viewers on my live. So I put it on the wood base and then I started using hot glue to glue the pine cones all around. Now this did take a long time to do, so if you're planning on doing it, be patient because it does take a while. And because I had already painted this bottle previously, I was having a really hard time getting the glue to stick onto the bottle. So you might want to sand your bottle if you've used paint on it. When I got closer to the top, I had to put some jute twine around the pine cones to keep them there, and then I used E6000 as well as hot glue to make sure that the pine cones were stuck. So I had a lot of pine cones because my brother-in-law got me a whole slew of pine cones that I found out that day were from a graveyard. And it was kind of ironic because when I was doing this project, it was the week of Halloween, so you will see me in different costumes. So all I'm doing is peeling off one of the pine cone leaves, then adding hot glue and sticking it on. I did have to cut off, there was like a long piece when you pulled it out of the pine cone. I cut that little piece off and then I stuck the rest on my project. So at the end I needed something, so I cut off a piece of pine cone, and after carefully cutting it and making sure that it fit properly, I just stuck that on. And I thought it went so well because it had a tip and it fit perfectly. So I just added hot glue and E6000. So I wasn't sure how I was going to decorate it, and I felt like it was shaped kind of like a bottle still, so I wanted to add some more pine cones on it, and I did add quite a lot of pine cones because I wanted it to kind of flare out like a Christmas tree would. Depending on the pine cone and how long you've had it, your fingers could get sore from pulling apart all of the leaves. Once I had all the pine cones on, I was just readjusting it, and I also tried painting some of the little leaves, but I didn't like that look, so I made sure to cover them up. After it was all covered, I had this garland that I got from Dollar Tree with little white berries on it, so I began to string that around. I didn't glue it on in case I didn't like the look. And after I put that on, I had these little berries that I got last year at Dollar Tree, little red ones. I began to put them on. And I thought it looked really great. So I just added more berry clusters in different spots. This tree took a long time to make, but it was worth it because the final product came out gorgeous. And here's what it looks like. DIY number 2, Space Age Christmas Tree. So I had these plastic inserts from some chocolate boxes, and I thought, hey, maybe I could make a tree out of that. So the inserts were square, and I cut them in half to make triangles. Then I glued the triangle pieces together on opposite ends. Once I did that, I had to cut down the shape a bit so it was going inward towards the top. After I did that, I spray painted it silver, and then I started adding some decorations. I wasn't really happy with how the decorations turned out, and I had this tinsel stuff, so I decided to put on the tinsel all around the tree. And after I got most of the tinsel on, there was also these other colors, so I decided to put those at the ends. So there was red, there was also green. I also put blue on, but there was other colors like yellow and pink. I just didn't use those ones. If you want to see the full version of this video, I'll link the live in the description box below. Once it was completely decorated, I used scissors to cut at the top, and I added a disco ball ornament as a star. Please wait for the final reveal, and I'll show you what it looked like. DIY number 3, Wooden Christmas Tree. So I went to Dollarama, and I had gotten these wooden shapes, and I decided to paint them purple and blue and make a cute wooden Christmas tree. I had also bought this little chalkboard stand as well, and I decided to glue all of the pieces to the chalkboard stand so it'd be able to stand up. If you're looking for this color, it's called African Violet, and I got it at Dollarama. Once I was done with the purple, I decided to go with blue for these little cloud-shaped ones that were similar, though, in shape to the hearts. And the reason that I used them is because they had bumps at the bottom, kind of like the heart bumps at the top. So when I put them on the tree, it blended in well. After that, I took all of the pieces and I put them on my table, and I was just arranging them how they should go once they were glued. Now, I did have help on this project from the people watching the live. They did make some comments in the chat box on how I should be able to put down the pieces so that they fit properly and you couldn't see the backer. So here I am gluing on all of the pieces and trying to judge. I had this picture and I was going by it, and I just wanted to make sure I got all of the hearts and the little clouds in the right spots. And I was just showing the audience of the live to make sure that I had them in the right places. And here's how it's looking so far, and I think it looks pretty great. When I got to the top, I added a yellow star, but I still thought it needed something. Here's how it looks so far. I liked it a lot, but it needed something. So I had these little stars in this other little craft kit, and I proceeded to take them off and stick them onto the tree. And I thought it really went well. The stars really popped on the tree. This is a great craft you can make with your kids for Christmas. They can paint the hearts or the wood shapes whatever color they want. You can make it all different colors if you want, or a simple green tree. And the best part about it is you made it, so you can make it your own and unique. If you like videos on shopping hauls, DIYs, try-ons, and scroll sawing, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring that bell button on all to be notified each time I upload or go live. I love the blue and the purple colors together. They're really vibrant and they make this tree pop. I want to thank Tammy over at Happiness Created, Jackie at Crafting in Mimi's World, Amanda at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and featuring guest host Favi over at Arrows DIY for hosting this awesome, unusual Christmas tree DIY collaboration. I'd also like to thank all of the people who came to my live to hang out, craft, chat, and laugh with me. Thank you oh so much. I appreciate you all, and I thank you for any tips and tricks that you had, and you let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check the playlist for all the awesome creators, and make sure to dream, smile, and laugh out loud. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.